Welcome back to another episode of Marcel, Hyde, Mindset. Remember guys, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you are finding any type of value from these videos that we produce on a weekly basis, make sure you're going out there and you're sharing this content. This content is produced for people out there that want to get better, that want to grow, that want to get themselves to that next level. And I do want to say I missed last week. You guys can hold me accountable. I didn't post a video last week. As you could tell, I'm just coming over a little cold that I had. No excuses, all right? I could still go out there. I could still shoot it. Sometimes that just happens, even me being someone as consistent as I am, sometimes I miss as well too. So it's a part of life. And, when I did not post, I did learn this, that no one messaged me and was like, hey, you missed the post. Or hey, how come you didn't post last week? So really starting to realize that YouTube is something where you must have a passion for it. If you're just strictly doing this for money, or you're strictly doing this to gain a following, or you're just strictly doing this to please other people, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not the case, all right? Because no one checked on me, no one called me, no one said, how come you didn't post a video? So I realized that I am passionate about this and I love shooting these videos because not only am I helping maybe one or two people, but I'm also helping myself. And it's a good platform to really just express some of the thoughts that you have. Like, we all have these thoughts in our head, right? Every single individual has thoughts in their head. And why not, communicate that message or communicate that thought that is in your head, right? We always keep so much stuff inside, but if I'm able to share stuff that I'm going through in my life, I always say that can help other people, all right? So, if you're doing YouTube, make sure you do it because you have a passion and you really love it, because if you're just doing it for other people, you'll probably get to your second year and realize you're not getting much following, or you might get your third year and be like, you're slowly growing, but it's not enough. But what will keep you going is that passion, that drive, that, you love doing this. This is what you love to do. This feels like your calling. What is calling you to shoot videos? What is calling you to inspire people, to help people? It's just like following that calling, that inner side voice that you hear, that intuition. If you want, some people call it a voice, some people call it a feeling. For me, it's a feeling that I get. That intuition. I feel like the universe, God, is telling me, okay, this is what you should be doing. This is the next steps that you should take, right? And I've been really trying to get in tune with that. And I've been reading a great book by Coop Blackson, and I'm just learning the power of just surrendering, to the universe, surrendering to life, and just letting go and stop trying to control everything. All I can control is my daily actions, right? I can get up every single day and I can decide that I'm going to be the best that I can be. Whether I go to my job, whether I go to my gym, whatever it is, I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna be the best that I can be in whatever I am doing, and give my 150% whatever effort in whatever I'm doing. And that's all I could do. And whatever comes from that is what comes from that. If it's not what I want, I'm not gonna complain. If I get something that I do want, amazing. Either way, it's amazing, because that is what life has given me at that moment. For whatever reason, there's a reason why, I'm in this position. There's a reason why you're in the position that you're in, right? Life is maybe teaching you something, or showing you something, and you just have to become more aware and awake to that, instead of being like, oh, I hate this situation, or like, why am I in this situation? Well, you're in that situation for a reason. There's something you're supposed to learn. There's something that maybe you're supposed to change within yourself, right? So I'm just learning the power of just like surrendering to life and allowing life to do what it wants to do in my life, the works that it wants to do and where it wants to guide me. I'm living right. I try my best to live as right as possible, clean as possible, treat people with respect, treat myself with respect, stay away from drugs and alcohol and all those sorts of things that alter my state of mind and maybe my brain. But I'm doing my best to really just, live as best as I can. So by doing that, I believe that the universe ultimately will bless me, in so many different areas of my life. And, when those blessings come, just to accept that this is what life, the universe has given me, as opposed to be afraid of it. Sometimes you get opportunities and then you're afraid, you're fearful, like, oh, why did I get this? Or how am I with this person? Or how did I get this job? But no, you deserved it, you earned it, your output, brought that into your life, and you have to accept that, right? That's what your output, whatever you're putting out comes back to you. You'll see it in your life. So if you're putting out the good energy and you're doing your best abilities to live right, and you're putting that out into the world, everything's gonna come back to you, and if you look at your life and you're like, it's in chaos, it's messy, things aren't working for me, I'm losing this job, I'm losing this person's doing that to me, that person's doing this to me, it's time to look in the mirror, okay? It's time to look in that mirror and ask yourself this question: what are you doing, all right? Because it's so easy to place the blame on other people. It's so easy to say this person and that person is because of them. But when you look at yourself, you truly look within yourself and say, you know what? It's me. What am I doing? I'm teaching people how to treat me essentially. I work with this one lady. She said, you teach people how to treat you. And that, to this day, still resonates with me, right? Because I'm essentially, how I act, how I behave, kind of teaches people how to deal with me. So if people are dealing with you in a certain way, maybe you have to look at yourself like, maybe something in myself I have to change. It might be a process to change because, those are habits within yourself that you've built, but you can change it. I want to tell you that you can change it, all right? So get on that journey of discovering, what your calling is, what your purpose is, and really just embrace it and surrender, okay? Just let go, surrender to what life wants to do in your life. Stop trying to control every single thing in your life, all right? I'm only saying this because I tried that, to control everything has to be planned like this. This has got to be this way. This has got to be that way. And then when it doesn't go that way, I'm like, what? I had everything planned. Well, guess what? Life didn't have that plan for you. God didn't have that plan for you. The universe didn't have that plan for you. But you had that plan. At the end of the day, you may have your own plans, of what you want to do and where you want to go and where you want to be. But, God, the universe will pull you into that direction of where you want to be, right? So it sounds a little complex, but it is simple, all right? So keep it simple. Enjoy each and every day and moment that you are awake and in this world, and, just see what life has to offer. And it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, we were here for a certain amount of period. Now being 35, I look at my life and I still feel young, and I look back and I wonder where the time went. And I did waste a lot of time in my life, and I'm not living with regret in regards to that, but I'm understanding that time is valuable, okay? And you want to value your time and not waste your time with doing things that don't bring you fulfillment, doing things or spending time with people that are positive, or just being around people that aren't uplifting. Life's too short at the end of the day, and you got to please yourself first. I'm not here to please anyone, and I kind of spoke about a few topics today, but pleasing yourself is a priority, right? And not living for somebody else, and if someone's trying to get you to change, if it's for the better, I get it. But if they're trying to get you to change, alter yourself in any type of way, whatever it may be, whether you're male or female, to please them or please other people, then you probably shouldn't be around that person, right? You got to please yourself. Are you happy with you? Are you happy with you? If I'm happy with me, it shouldn't matter what another person says about me. It doesn't matter. Whatever you say does not matter, because at the end of the day, I'm happy with myself. I love myself and what God and the universe has made me, and I'm making myself. I'm happy with that person, no matter what someone says. Oh, your biceps are small. Oh, your back's small, or whatever it is, Why don't you have this look or that look? It doesn't matter to me what you say or think, because I'm happy with me. I love me, right? And that's what you have to do to yourself, right? We live in a world, a generation now where everyone is altering themselves, right? Whether they be male or female, right? They're getting hair transplants, or they're getting their beard done, because they got patchy beards or whatever. But if that's what God gave you, then that's what God gave you, right? You don't need to alter yourself. Or lips, right? Some females like to do their lips or their buttocks or whatever. But God gave you whatever He gave you, all right? You have to work with what God has given you. Don't be ashamed of that. That's a blessing in itself, because everybody's unique. There's no two people that are the same. Even twins are different, right? So embrace that, Don't be ashamed of that, right? That's what God gave you. So love yourself for who you are and the person that God made you to be. You don't need to alter yourself. And if you feel like the person you're with is making you alter yourself, then you probably should reevaluate if you should even be with that person. Because if you're with someone, they should love you for you. They shouldn't love you because, your lips are done, or they shouldn't love you because, you went to Turkey and got your lineup further down. No, that's external. It's everything is within, right? It's an internal game that we're playing. Forget about the external. If you get the inside right, your lineup doesn't matter. Your lips don't matter. Those things don't matter. It's what's going on inside, all right? And a lot of times, we're not right inside, so we alter ourselves, all right? So don't forget that. Love yourself, be yourself, and you'll attract the right people into your life. Thank you, guys. I missed shooting the video. And subscribe to that channel, all right? Grab my ebook, click that like button, hit the notification bell, ping! And remember, things are about to change in your life. I could feel it. I hope you could feel it. Vision that. Meditate on those thoughts, that, you know, good things want to come into your life. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Marcel, Hyde, Mindset.